Imagine a world where power, influence, and survival collide in ways you never thought possible. Mamdani, cornered and desperate, faced the ultimate test, begging Donald Trump for mercy, while on the other side, Crockett, who seemed untouchable, faced a crushing downfall that stunned everyone. But where does Elon Musk fit into this whirlwind of ambition, strategy, and high-stakes human drama? The answer might surprise you, because beneath every headline lies lessons about leadership, courage, and the kind of relentless mindset that has propelled Musk from a curious boy in South Africa to the world's most daring innovator. In the high-stakes world of politics and power, desperation often exposes the rawest human instincts. Mamdani's plea to Donald Trump wasn't just a request. It was a moment of vulnerability that revealed the fragility of influence and the lengths people will go to preserve themselves. To an outsider, it might appear like a singular event, a dramatic confrontation with fame and authority. But when you analyze it through the lens of innovation, risk, and leadership, patterns emerge that echo Elon Musk's life philosophy. Musk has often described moments where he faced near-impossible odds, where failure could have cost him everything, from his companies to his reputation. In those moments, the difference between collapse and success was courage, clarity of vision, and the willingness to confront fear directly. Mamdani's plea reminds us of the human side of these high-pressure scenarios. Fear drives action, but only strategy and preparation determine outcome. Then there's Crockett, who seemed untouchable until events unfolded that destroyed his carefully constructed world. In business and politics alike, history shows that no empire is invincible. Elon Musk has spoken extensively about the concept of first principles thinking, the idea that everything can be broken down to its fundamental truths. If Crockett's downfall seems shocking, it's because many failed to examine the foundations of his power, the assumptions, dependencies, and unseen weaknesses. Musk's methodical approach to risk and innovation illustrates why some leaders survive chaos while others crumble. Success isn't luck, it's the product of rigorous analysis, relentless execution, and an unflinching willingness to embrace the unknown. What connects these seemingly unrelated stories is the lesson in resilience and preparation. Mamdani's desperation is a cautionary tale about relying solely on external authority or luck. Musk's journey, conversely, is a roadmap for building personal power through knowledge, effort, and strategic risk-taking. He often emphasizes that the biggest failures in life aren't the ones you experience along the way, but the ones you could have avoided by thinking critically and acting decisively. Every plea for mercy, every dramatic downfall serves as a reminder that preparation and clarity can turn potential disaster into opportunity. Consider how Musk approaches decision-making under pressure. When launching SpaceX rockets or releasing a new Tesla model, the stakes are astronomical, literally and figuratively. Each failure carries financial, professional, and emotional weight that could devastate a lesser mind. Yet Musk embraces risk, studies the system, and designs contingencies to mitigate the unknown. Crockett's downfall, by contrast, demonstrates what happens when leaders fail to assess vulnerability. Ambition without strategic foresight leads to collapse, no matter how untouchable someone appears. For young entrepreneurs and future leaders, watching these stories, the takeaway is clear. Fear is inevitable, but preparation, insight, and relentless focus can turn fear into fuel. Elon Musk's relevance to these narratives goes beyond direct involvement. It lies in the universal principles he embodies. Courage, analytical thinking, and emotional intelligence are not optional for survival, they are essential. In Mamdani's moment of desperation, the absence of calculated action highlighted the danger of reactive behavior. Musk, on the other hand, has repeatedly highlighted the importance of proactive thinking. Whether it's Tesla's early electric cars, SpaceX's rocket landings, or Neuralink's groundbreaking brain-computer interface, each achievement required anticipating challenges, embracing risk, and acting decisively before external circumstances forced the hand. That distinction separates visionaries from victims. Another key aspect is the psychological element. Public figures, whether in politics, business, or global innovation, operate in high-pressure environments where perception can be as powerful as reality. Mamdani's plea for mercy was a high-stakes gambit that relied on emotional appeal and human empathy. Musk conversely leverages logic, narrative, and tangible results to influence perception. This contrast illustrates a profound lesson. Emotion can drive immediate reaction, but structured vision and sustained execution create enduring impact. Leaders who master both emotional intelligence and strategic planning are the ones who shape history. Even more, these stories teach the importance of humility under pressure. Crockett's downfall demonstrates how unchecked ego and overconfidence can accelerate failure. Elon Musk himself has shared candid accounts of his moments of vulnerability, times when a rocket failed, funds ran low, or public criticism threatened to undermine his mission. Yet instead of letting pride dictate his actions, he recalibrates, learns, and persists. Humility doesn't weaken ambition, it strengthens it by allowing leaders to adapt, grow, and build trust. Then there's the element of timing, a critical factor in both Mamdani's plea and Crockett's destruction. In business, politics, and life, timing often dictates whether strategy succeeds or collapses. Musk emphasizes that rapid iteration, calculated risk, and seizing the moment are what differentiate success from failure. Waiting too long, hesitating under pressure, or relying on outdated assumptions can have catastrophic consequences. The stories of desperate appeals and sudden destruction serve as stark reminders that opportunity and risk are inseparable, and that decisive action, rooted in preparation, is essential for survival. Furthermore, the narrative highlights the need for a broader perspective. Mamdani's and Crockett's stories are limited by their immediate context, short-term survival, emotional reactions, and reactive strategies. Musk's philosophy encourages zooming out, analyzing problems from first principles, considering long-term outcomes, and embracing a mindset that sees beyond immediate setbacks. This perspective allows leaders to innovate, overcome obstacles, and remain resilient even in chaotic environments. By thinking in this way, Musk has built companies that survive and thrive amid uncertainty, proving that vision paired with execution is a formidable combination. Emotional intelligence also plays a central role. Musk frequently underscores the importance of self-awareness, empathy, and understanding human behavior. Leaders who fail to grasp these dynamics often miscalculate risks, misread allies, or underestimate opponents. Mamdani's plea, while emotionally compelling, lacked strategic insight. Crockett's collapse likely stemmed from similar misjudgments. Musk's approach, which combines cognitive analysis with emotional sensitivity, provides a blueprint for navigating high-stakes situations while maintaining control and influence. Ultimately, the story of Mamdani and Crockett, when viewed through the lens of Elon Musk's philosophy, becomes more than sensational headlines. It transforms into a lesson about courage, preparation, and relentless focus. Fear is inevitable, mistakes are unavoidable, and public scrutiny is relentless. But what separates the successful from the fallen is mindset, strategy, and the refusal to let chaos dictate outcomes. Musk's life exemplifies how to leverage risk, embrace failure as feedback, and turn challenges into opportunities that extend far beyond individual survival. So what can young leaders, entrepreneurs, and ambitious minds learn from these intertwined stories? First, never rely solely on influence or authority. Build skill, insight, and preparation. Second, embrace calculated risk while maintaining humility and awareness. Third, understand that perception and reality are intertwined. Credibility, consistency, and results matter more than emotional theatrics. Finally, cultivate emotional resilience and strategic foresight simultaneously. The combination is unstoppable. Musk's journey, juxtaposed with Mamdani's desperation and Crockett's destruction, illustrates that real power is the ability to navigate complexity, anticipate challenges, and execute relentlessly while staying grounded in reality. So, what can young leaders, entrepreneurs, and ambitious minds learn from these intertwined stories? First, never rely solely on influence or authority. Build skill, insight, and preparation. Second, embrace calculated risk while maintaining humility and awareness. Third, understand that perception and reality are intertwined. Credibility, consistency, and results matter more than emotional theatrics. Finally, cultivate emotional resilience and strategic foresight simultaneously. The combination is unstoppable.
Musk's journey, juxtaposed with Mamdani's desperation and Crockett's destruction, illustrates that real power is the ability to navigate complexity, anticipate challenges, and execute relentlessly while staying grounded in reality. So, in conclusion, every dramatic headline hides universal truths. Fear, desperation, failure, and even humiliation are part of the human experience, regardless of wealth, influence, or status. Elon Musk's approach shows that success is less about avoiding risk and more about mastering it, understanding first principles, preparing meticulously, and never letting fear override action. Mamdani's plea and Crockett's destruction are cautionary tales of what happens when preparation, foresight, and mindset are lacking. Musk's life is a living lesson. Fortune favors the brave, but wisdom guides the brave to victory.